Let's do it. We're back live.
We're on again. People just can't get rid of us.
Facebook is back up. I know, Kevin. I was worried about you and your marketing when it went down for yesterday.
I know. I got like an hour vacation. That was it.
You know, it's crazy that as Facebook and Instagram, they both went down, and I started thinking, I was like, wow, maybe this is a good thing. Like, how cool would it be like if just all the social media just went away just for a while and everyone literally had to actually have real conversations and put their phones down? What do you think of that?
You would have the hardest time, Ken.
Well, yeah. Maybe that's why I want it as bad, right?
Right. I wouldn't mind it. I love it too.
I think it would be a good thing. I mean, everyone's freaking out. I mean, it's like there was a post that said something. I survived the 2024 meltdown of Facebook for 45 minutes.
Yeah. Where were you when Facebook went down? Yeah.
Ooh, funny. I like that.
That'd be a shirt.
That reminds me of a book that I recommended to Kevin. I know, Ken, you don't read, so Stolen Focus.
Stolen Focus is fantastic.
I'm sorry, I wasn't concentrating. I wasn't paying attention, Jeff. What was the name of that?
Your phone, right?
He's on his phone.
Yeah.
Stolen Focus, probably one of my best, the top 5 book.
Have you read that book, Kevin?
I have.
Have you physically read the book?
Well, I listen to him.
He doesn't read.
No, I do. I don't read. I listen. I have 2 ears, 1 mouth. So I use 2 ears. But what's nice about listening to Audible for me is not only can I, listen to it, but then when it's there, I can, if there's bullet points, I can either write it down, and I can revisit it. It's kind of nice. And then if I look at a book, I'll be asleep in 15 minutes. I'll never get through a single book.
Yeah, you gotta train. You gotta try. I know that you say that, but you should train yourself not to say that.
Well, I do with everything else, right? So that's my one thing. When people say they're horrible with names, it's just because you say you are, because you've accepted that fact. I hate that. My neighbor just gave me a thing. He goes, "You don't know everybody in the community," and I'm like, "Well, let's go through all the names and all that kind of stuff." And he's like, "Wow, you do know everybody." So,
yeah,
funny. Ken, how was your birthday? Ken had a birthday, everybody.
Yes, I did. Another year younger, but it's kind of been like celebrating since Saturday. It's been kind of fun. So just got a small group together. Sorry, guys, you guys didn't make the cut, but tried.
Okay.
But we went to there's a really famous steakhouse out here in Tucson. If you've ever been out to Tucson or people are here, Pinnacle Peak, went there for dinner. Amazing steaks as always, and then, man, we went to Cow Pony, super divey bar.
Pony.
Almost literally, so it almost was a repeat of my 50th birthday. Almost got in a bar fight. I'm glad I didn't.
Wow.
But it's just a bunch of, I don't know. It's just a different vibe there, right? And some guy got irritated about our pool game because we were taking a while playing. So it was kind of interesting. Then Gail comes, tries to get in between us, and I pushed her away. I'm like, "Gail, you need to back down on this thing." So everything worked out okay. We wound actually afterwards, we wound up playing a game of pool with this guy and his partner, some other dude, because he was really cocky about it, how he's so good at pool, and we literally smoked him. Like he wanted to give, he was like, "Come on, $100." And, I didn't want to do it. First of all, I never saw him play pool. And I was like, "Nah, we're good. We'll play though." And we smoked him. So it was fun. Then we went to the Maverick, little so-called country dancing. And that was it.
Nice.
Fun time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then Kevin, you rolled your ankle. You almost.
I almost died in the middle of the wilderness in the desert, but no, I made it back. Yeah.
Where did you go hiking, Kevin? Where was that at? Tell us about the trail.
No, it's a pretty popular, famous trail. I mean, it's Camino Loma Alta, and it's a trail that goes either from, it's on the east side of Tucson. It goes from Old Spanish Trail area to, open to Colossal Cave, or you can go up into some camping areas that are like over the Rincon Mountains. So that's my goal. Is I'm going to try to, in the next 6-8 months, I'm going to try to go over a mountain range. I don't know why.
Jeez, that's crazy.
But wanted to do it.
So. Got it with your Jeep. Now you got to do it in yourself, right?
Yeah. So I can do it in the Jeep all over the place, but when you put your own feet down, got to have something to prove to myself. And
yeah.
What'd you do this weekend, kid? Jeff, you do anything fun and exciting?
We had 2 soccer games on Saturday. Quite frankly, I was talking to another parent, dad at soccer practices the other night, and he said his highlight is honestly just going to these events. And quite frankly, it gives me an escape going to see these events too. Hunter did a great job. It was awesome. I enjoy it. And then he had his first basketball game yesterday. He made the B team for his school. Didn't play. He had 1 steal and 1 hoop, but it was different. It's a little bit different than club sports, and I'm not sure if he had fun or not, but it'll be an experience for him, learning experience, and hopefully he'll get better and better, and we'll see what happens. So
that's awesome.
So, Jeff, you said the key word right there. Something people look forward to. Right? That was something you said. And I know we look forward to lunch. And it was Jeff's pick. This week.
I always have a struggle with lunch, as everybody knows.
Whose choice this week?
Not eating, but picking the place, because these guys Tucson has a lot of restaurants, and we went to Boca Tacos, and it was awesome. It was really good, and but I didn't pick the place. Actually, Kevin's wife texted me. She goes, "You should go here." So,
hey, get help wherever you can. Take credit whenever you need to. No problem.
Yep.
It was Jeff's turn. He picked a great place downtown. The chef has been on a lot of shows. She came out. She delivered all the food to everybody. If she wasn't making it, but she probably was. And we got there early. By the time we left, the place was packed. Food was fantastic. Of course, it's a taco place, but not by
the so good. I mean, they were like regular tacos. They were so good.
Yeah.
So
people think tacos when you think Mexican food. You think, oh, it's a taco. Man, there's a whole nother level of what a taco is in Arizona, anyway. And I
know you didn't want to talk about it, Ken, but I want to talk about it. Let's talk about solar.
Sure.
And that's the business that we're in. And I've got a call with someone in Illinois here at 3:00. I'm not sure if he wants to become a consultant or an affiliate, but and then I had someone else that reached out to me in Pennsylvania. She wants to become an affiliate. So that's cool. And I had a presentation today over the phone. It was a referral. It was far away. That's why I couldn't go there in person. But I thought it went really well. What's interesting, guys? I actually kept to the script today. I had some feedback on one of these calls, and it says, you guys talk about PV and cells and this and that. He's like, we don't know anything about that. And I was like, And this was an older couple. And I actually just, after you create the proposal, you can actually you just scroll down and just kind of read it off the screen and talk about power, how it's generally, why it's more expensive. And if the transformers go down, they have to fix them and the homeowner doesn't pay for it. The rate increase is due. This person was with APS. And the guy said, he's like, that makes perfect sense. And if, there's some things that we take for granted since we've been doing this so long, we don't really go back to the basics. And he's like, I have a friend, his friend is an attorney for APS. And he told me, he goes, you know what he said? He told me the same thing that you just said. That's exactly how they justify the rate increases. And I was like, and it just went really well. And but I just literally read it right from the screen, and it was pretty easy. It was very basic, but the people made sense to them. I didn't go over their heads with different things. I didn't talk about panels. I didn't talk about inverters. It was interesting. So,
like you said, Jeff, I think really basics. I mean, what do people want to achieve? I mean, they want to achieve, energy independence. They want the freedom from the utility company. They don't really need to understand everything. They just need to understand it works. And I think maybe the solar industry in general confuses the homeowners with all the nitty-gritty details. And, because obviously we know a lot about solar, right? And we think the best thing is to share all this knowledge with these homeowners. And technically, they just want to know, hey, is it under warranty and does it work?
Yeah, I agree. And I think, Kevin, you brought that up on our team call. Every Friday we have a team call. And we started getting into the weeds, like we're really into the weeds. And it was battery talk. And it got to the point where I was lost. And Kevin's like, stop. And he's like, we'll stop it right there. You have to know when to kind of let off a little bit and also let on, right? And put the gas on. If you do have that type of person that does want all the specs on every part on the roof, sure, okay, we'll go over that. It's going to take me 3 hours to do it, but yeah, we can go over that. But would you guys agree? Yeah, I mean, Ken, you said you agree with that. Kevin, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you should keep it simple. I mean, but in essence, I think we should know, the details so that when you do get that person, you're not like, this is supposed to be simple. I think we should know, but that doesn't mean that we should just tell and bore people with, the detail, some of the details. Some people want to know the details. Some people ask those second and third level questions when they're really interested. And yeah, I think we should know that.
But I think it just confuses, Kevin. I think it confuses.
Well, if they want to know, I didn't say it should be a.
No, I get it. But even back in the day, it's like when I first got into the solar industry, obviously I still do my homework today. I'm still because it's an evolving industry, right? Everything's always changing, equipment, technology, everything, right? So you want to know all this stuff, and you really think it's like, oh, okay, if I know it, I need to kind of throw up all this information on a homeowner. But again, I mean, we've been in the industry, all three of us have probably been in the industry 10 years plus, right? And it's like, okay, well, we have so much knowledge and so much experience about this stuff. And this is the first time they're researching. Maybe they've been researching for 6 months, and it's like, if you overload somebody, bottom line is you do the right thing, give them the bullet points, unless, maybe you're dealing with, sometimes people that are very analytical, obviously, more information is better. But I think if they're not that analytical type, they just, like I said, they go back, does it work? How much does it cost? And what's the warranty?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I think people who do the research nowadays are more confused than people who are just interested in the product and anything. The internet nowadays isn't really information. It's really mostly somebody's opinion, and those opinions really don't matter.
Yep, and it doesn't have to be solar only. I agree with that 100%.
Cars, roofs, mortgage companies, real estate agents. I mean, dentists. Anything. I think the more people get online, there's so much information out there, and half of it's really not information. It's really just their personal opinion. That's why you don't see me out there making a ton of videos, because I have a personal opinion about things and why I think things are better than others, or good experience or bad experience. That doesn't mean everybody does.
I think you should. I would watch those videos. I think you're very opinionated, and not in a bad way. But I think I would watch it.
Yeah, it's always good to hear the different opinions.
Hey, I'd have one view. That's great. No,
Hey guys, real quick, have you seen the news?
Which one? Yeah, which about which?
Exactly. I'm waiting for the lead-in. No, I have not seen the news yet.
Oh.
Tesla just released their Powerwall 3s. So new
Oh,
battery, new technology, stronger, better, powerful, and less expensive. I'm actually kind of excited about that.
As a price point, Tesla's that Powerwall 3 is amazing. I just got to figure out some of the. I'm the technical. I really like to dig in to things.
Okay, so from a layman's point of view, what's the difference? Why a Powerwall 3? It's like the iPhone 13, right?
Kinda.
Is it? I don't know.
No, Tesla. It's got its own inverter. It's all built in. It's all one unit now. It's not multiple units. It's not multiple things. Super clean install. Delivers more power than any other storage device that I'm aware of. Again, I don't know all the storage devices. There's ones I don't offer. I look at them, but I don't take the deep dive. But it offers more power, cleaner. It can handle up to 60 amps, which all other batteries are at 30 amps currently. So it's really stepped up a lot of things.
So does that mean you only need one battery now if it handles double?
Yeah, so the one battery can run the whole thing, except except for the capacity itself. Capacity is still the same. It's still the largest of the capacities, 13.5. I know there's one other battery out there, it's 13.6, so it is a little bit larger. Just I think they did that for obvious reasons. But it runs 11.5 kilowatts continuous. It's pretty amazing. You can run a lot on 11 kilowatts. But with the 13 kilowatt capacity, we won't do it forever. So
yeah, we're starting to sound like Back to the Future.
I know. Anyways, It's a new thing. It's coming out.
How many gigawatts did you say?
I know. I get technical that way when we talk like that.
And that's the thing we need to realize that, just because we know all that information, sometimes, there's a point. Sometimes you're just going to go over most people's heads about it, and they're going to be like, I don't understand a word you're saying. Is it going to work? Yeah, it's going to work. Is it the best? Yep, it's the best. Let's do it.
Yeah. Anyways, it's Powerwall 3, latest and greatest stuff. I'm sure I'll do some training on it later. But fun stuff. And,
so I had to change the subject back to I had a consultation this morning with a homeowner.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how you got that.
Yeah, this particular gentleman is I got through somebody that I know who's a financial advisor, right? And here's the interesting thing. I mean, he got another quote from somebody else, and then he talked to his financial advisor, and he's like, "Yeah, you need to call Ken. I mean, he's not going to steer you wrong." And really, the main call was, he's like, "Do you mind if I send you my quote and go over the quote and make sure that I'm getting a good value for my money?" Right? That's kind of how it all started, right? And I went through the whole quote. It was a local company here. I don't need to mention names or anything, but it was a local company. And the pricing was good. So the quote was good. But the only issue on this quote, they were using Chinese panels, right? And not everybody, obviously there's some people, they don't care. But, when you have these Chinese panels, the degradation was terrible. Again, now we're getting into product knowledge, right? Degradation was terrible. It was, after 25 years, the warranty, it had a warranty, but it degraded 20% in 25 years. So that means 100% of the power is now at 80% in 25 years, right? And the product warranty, so in other words, the product itself was 10 years. And so I called him this morning and I started talking to him about that. I put together some quotes from us, and I use the RAC panels on this particular project. And I said, look, pricing is good. Everything's good. It's a good company, because it was a good company. I said, the only thing I don't like about the quote is the products they're using. They're using Chinese solar panels. And, most people do care about the value of a product, sometimes more so than price. So, my pricing was a little bit more, but I told him the difference between the panels, and I was like, yeah, these REC panels in 25 years, they're only going to degrade 8%. So in 25 years, from 100% power, they're still going to be at 92% in 25 years. I said, and basically your pricing is almost the same. It's a little bit more, and he was really appreciative, right? So we'll see
I
what
love
happens.
that. I like telling people if I see a quote from someone, the salesperson in me, they're expecting me to just tear it apart, right? Like you're trying to find one thing can if you can, and you found that an inferior product. And sometimes I really like if it's a good quote and good equipment and a good company, I'll say, this is a good quote. And
Right.
they're like, wow. I'm like, if you want me to match it, I can match it if you want to work with me. And, I say, I think the only sales angle that I'll have and I'll share, I'll use that terminology with them is you get me. Um, I'm not saying the other person is inferior, but I'm saying that I promise you that I'll go to bat for you if you need anything. And you'll know that I'll be around. I pick up my phone, which is really weird, or respond to an email. And it's easy to respond to an email if someone's looking for an estimate and you're trying to get the sale. It's like you almost respond instantaneously. And I think I heard it from Kevin once. If you see a customer call, Ken, you're the exact opposite. If you see a customer or prospect call, because we save everybody in our phone, we pick up on the first ring, or it doesn't even ring. However, I think Kevin said, let it go to voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
And then wait. You're in control. You're not them. You're in control. And that way does that make sense? Is that what you said, Kevin? Back in the day, I think I've heard you say
Yeah,
that.
no, it's something I quite believe in. If you're not 100% readily available or with something, voicemail is your personal assistant. If you're not able in front of a computer, if you're driving, if you're eating lunch, you're not ready to answer a call. I would much rather have them leave all the information that they want on, hey Kevin, I'm looking to meet, and this is what I've got available. Call me back when you have some time. Look, I need a document. I have a question about a system. Do you remember what system that was from a year ago? I don't remember what size system it was. I don't remember what bank it was. Maybe they'll leave you all that information, and then you can answer that call when you're 100% focused. Answer it professionally and competently, rather than going, "Oh, I'd like to get back to you, but I'm driving at the moment. Let me get back to you again." That was a waste of time,
Yeah.
right? You just interrupted yourself. So if you're not available and you're not 100%, I like to let it go to voicemail.
And sometimes if they're hot too, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they have a concern or they have an issue going on, you'll get to it. But let's make sure I have all my ducks in the row too. That all my people lined up that I need to talk to about this certain issue, versus me trying to handle everything over the phone in one bit. And that way it calms everybody down. Relax a little bit. Just chill out. We'll take care of it. So
yeah, if somebody wants to meet with you, they understand that or you shouldn't be. They shouldn't be your only customer, right? You should be having multiple conversations with multiple people, and it's okay to be in a consultation with somebody, or on this call right now that we're doing. This podcast that we're doing, and the phone rings. Hold on, I gotta go. Click. I'm out of here. Let me go answer this. You're not going to get anything quite accomplished 100%. There's Ken right there. See, that's what he does for us at lunch all the time.
Here's my point on that.
But anyways, it's a good way of staying organized and then giving your focus 100% to what you were doing, and then 100% of your focus on the next thing, rather than 50-50. I think compromise, everybody loses. You don't compromise. You give everybody. I'm giving Ken right now. I'm giving you 100% of my time, 100% focus. And when somebody calls, I'll give them 100%. Everybody deserves 100%.
I
But-
agree.
That's true.
I agree with that. So, I mean, it's if you don't have all your 100% focus on that person calling in, you should just wait to be able to talk to them. Just like, think about it like you ever go to a restaurant? This might be a weird example, but you go to a restaurant and the waiter's got like 5 tables, right? And they're trying to hustle and handle all these 5 tables at once, instead of going, okay, laser focus, let me get them taking care of what they need, and then I'm going to move to the next one, right? Because that's when service breaks down, is now they're trying to juggle 5 things at once, and literally nothing's getting done. So
Comes back to that
Right.
book, Stolen Focus.
yep,
Yeah.
shiny objects.
Yeah.
That's my weakness, shiny objects.
But
For sure.
and I think that's what makes us a little bit different than everybody else. I mean, not that we don't answer the phones, but when you call us, you're a priority. When people call us, whether it be friends, family, clients, I have to say most of my clients have become friends, acquaintances, and all that. And I try to give everybody 100% of my focus, and that's very different. They know that when I call them back, I'll usually will have an answer, or I will find out what the issue, concern is, or compliment. Shoot, I want to give you 100% if you want to compliment me too. So, or compliment us. It makes them feel good too. If you don't have 100% of your time, you answer a call, they have a concern, you're like, oh, let me call you back. You could have made them more angry, or not making them feel like they're the priority, which they are. Everybody's the priority when they make a phone call. So
yeah, we used to. There was. He's probably not going to listen to this, but there was one guy that he's very high up in a multi-level marketing company, and we had him over for Thanksgiving, and we had to. He's always on his phone, always. And my mom, I think my dad too. They're like, phone's got to be over here. Let's everybody put, because we're all high producers. Let's put our phones over here. Let's just enjoy each other and have a conversation.
Right.
Versus, and we can talk business at the table. We don't care, right? However, let's just
talk to each other.
Let's not have a distraction. The phones are such a, they're such a mini computer. I mean, they're just. I remember one time, I don't know, I read it in a book or I listened to it on a podcast. They said, get rid of your phone, your smartphone.
Oh, geez, I remember you did this.
And I went to
on Stolen Focus. He got rid of his computer.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah, I went to AT&T, and I said, I want to trade in my phone. And they're like, what kind of phone do you have right now? I showed them whatever iPhone it was. And they're like, okay, well, this is the new iPhone. I go, I don't want a new iPhone, though. They're like, well, what do you want? You want the Google one? I'm like, no. I want that one over there. And it was literally a flip phone. And I did it for like 3 months. The hardest part was texting. Excuse me. The hardest part was texting people, because you had to go through 3, the one had like the 3 of them, boom, boom, boom. It took forever. And I had a client like that just recently. He doesn't have a smartphone. He thinks everything is monitored, and probably it is, but he has whenever I text him, it takes him forever. But I know he's texting from his flip phone. But it was interesting experience. I wasn't checking my Facebook. Kevin, I forget what the stat is, but someone checks their phone like it's like a lot. It's like 1,000, 1,500 people times a day or something.
Yeah, it's like 1,500, 2,000 times a day between email, social media, whatever. I think phones are so bad that if you don't have it in your pocket like you normally would have it, your leg starts to tingle like it was ringing, and you go to reach for it, and it's not even there. That's how bad phones
How
are
many
nowadays.
times? How many times have you left your house or went somewhere and you're pulling out of the driveway and you realize you don't have your phone, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I have to turn around. I have to get my phone."
Well, I
Because I
can't
don't
leave
know
the
if
house
you guys
without
are
my
that
phone.
way, huh?
I can't leave the house without my phone because the car won't
Well,
drive.
whatever. That's different. But I'm just saying in general, right? It's like,
Another
yeah,
car.
it's bad. I these things are an addiction, and not only for us. Just think about the kids, the younger generation right now. Like literally these phones. You can go anywhere, go to a shopping mall, go somewhere, and anytime you see a kid, what are they doing?
Looking down.
They're walking, and the phone is literally right in front of them. What would they do? Just like
Those
today, or was it today?
No.
No, yesterday. The technology got shut down with Facebook. We talked about that earlier, right? And we're like, oh my God, it's down. It's not working. Just think of, like I said, just think if it got shut down for a week. Just everyone needs to chill. Everyone
I
needs
don't
to
think it's a
relax.
bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think
I think
business
it's a
would be
great
back
thing.
to. I think business would be back to old-fashioned ways, like sending out handwritten thank you notes. You guys don't know I'm a huge advocate of thank you notes. Um, I think actually picking up the phone and actually calling someone or going over to their house. I'll never forget. We left. We had some. What was it? Oh, it was a pitcher. We were up in Flagstaff, and Jeannie bought this pitcher, and she spent some decent money on it. And it was raining down here. It was snowing in Flagstaff, and we were like, who do we call? Ken. Do we call Ken? I'm like, gee, we're not calling Ken because he lives way over. He doesn't live in our neighborhood anymore. He got kicked out. Oh yeah, okay. And then basically, I was like, we'll call Heather. Heather's a few houses down. She actually responded back. She goes, I am so happy that you called me. She goes, so few people do that nowadays and ask their neighbors for help. And I was like, that was amazing. That was a great experience. I mean, it's interesting. Like sometimes we don't even know our neighbors or know them well. But back in the day, if you think about growing up, we knew the whole block. We knew everybody knew each other, and it was a wave when you went by in the car. Now it's just like a Jeep wave, so it's weird.
Nope, it is not like that in my neighborhood. I know everybody. I'm the
You only
only
have
one
two houses there.
You're the
No,
mayor of Vale.
There's 41 on acre lots. Nope, it's 42, something like that. Anyways, and I make sure when they move in or when all that, I say hi. We're a small town atmosphere over here in the middle of nowhere. And now I have everybody's number. Just in case. You never know.
Yeah.
Old fashioned.
Maybe we should bring that back to our philosophy of when we train people, bring people on. Actually, go through your phone and call people and tell them what you do. We've had that exercise before. Like a lot of people don't even know you're in the solar business. And you can't expect business if they don't even know what you do. So,
right?
No.
Don't be a secret agent.
Don't be a secret agent.
I love that line. Thank you, Kevin.
Well, Jeff is the secret. He's the one that called me out as I'm a secret agent. I'm not a secret agent. I don't talk to anybody. That's all. Anyways, got our half an hour.
Is it half an hour already?
Oh gosh, yeah. We're there. So it's been we're halfway. What is it? Hump day, middle of the week.
We only have 2 more hours to go, guys. Let's see what we can come up with.
What?
Yeah, right. I will be texting everybody the lunch spot for this week. I think it is my week.
Anyone going to the golf tournament this weekend?
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I am. I'll be there.
Did you actually get tickets? Those expensive tickets?
You have tickets?
No, the expensive ones you wanted.
No, I messed up on those, on the VIPs. So
Gotcha.
No VIP tickets for me. I know people though, so I might be able to get in when I'm there. But if I don't, it's okay. I just want to go have fun.
There's a the manager of the 4-wheel part store here in town. called 4 Wheel Parts anymore, but they're having their big sale, and he messaged me and asked me if I'd be there. So I gotta bring Pebbles out, my big Jeep.
Where is that? Where is that, Kevin? When is that?
Saturday, early morning, typically from 9 to like 1. Speedway in Alberta. So I'll be out there with all the Jeep people, talking. I usually get an appointment or two, typically. Sometimes I don't, but so it's good to say hi to everybody as well. And probably be out in the Jeep this weekend.
Yeah, I might take the top off soon.
Nice. I just put my top back on.
It's weird. It was like we turned on the AC units probably a week ago, and now it's like I turned the heat on today. It was cold in my house.
Yeah, it's out here at 63 degrees in not so sunny southern Arizona right now.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, and what does that mean? It means everybody's panels gets washed tomorrow. We're gonna do it all together.
Panel washing day.
Panel washing day. People ask about maintenance on solar panels. I'm like, I wait for Mother Nature.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been up there to clean my panels.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's all I've got.
Well, guys, thanks a lot, and look forward to the restaurant, Kevin. I know you always have awesome picks, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's a place I don't believe either one of you have been. I know Jeff hasn't been there.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll get that.
All right.
I'm not gonna say it online. I'm gonna keep it a secret, and then I'll text it to you this afternoon.
All right, sounds good. All right, see you guys.
It's been fun.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Thanks.